This video is all about setting up a chocolate fountain with as few fumbles as possible. So to help you along, I've included a few expert tips on chocolate handling along the way. To set up a chocolate fountain of any size, you need to do 5 things. Find an ideal location, put together the fountain, heat up your chocolate, prepare the foods you'll be dipping, and then add chocolate to the fountain. Your ideal location will be sunny but not windy, with a steady table. Even a small wobble can tip over your fountain, so use paper towels or something similar to stabilize it. You have to make sure your fountain is level. The fountain may be a bit loud depending on what brand you use, so if your event is indoors, this is definitely something to keep in mind. Once you have your spot, unfortunately most chocolate fountains come unassembled, so before anything else you'll need to wipe down each piece and then put them all together. Most fountains come with 3 main parts: the heated base, the auger, and the fountain tiers. The auger is the long twisted piece. Not every fountain will be the same, but they'll all be pretty similar. My Nostalgia brand fountain comes with 3 tiers which just latch onto each other to create one piece. Once you have your tiered piece ready, you can assemble everything. Just attach the bottom of the auger onto the base of the fountain, and then place the tiers on top. Before you preheat your machine as directed, you'll want to heat the chocolate, because it'll take longer than the 5 minutes needed to preheat the machine. Whether you want to use dark milk or white chocolate, you'll need to add in cream or oil to make the chocolate smooth enough to flow through the fountain. It's a lot more cream than oil that you need to add, but I promise that neither affects the flavor much if you're using a high quality chocolate. It just dulls it a bit. To get your chocolate ready for your chocolate fountain, you'll want to measure out 1 1/4 cups heavy cream per 20 ounces of chocolate, preferably high quality dark chocolate. I like Guittard or Valrhona, but you could also use a milk or white chocolate, and really any brand will do, but try to make sure the ingredients list is on the shorter side. The more add-ins you have, the less it'll actually taste like chocolate. If you have a smaller crowd, you can also use as little as 3/4 cup heavy cream per 10 or 11 ounces of chocolate. Most chocolate chips come in 11.5 ounce bags, so this makes it easy to have the recipe. I personally prefer the microwave method for heating up my chocolate, but you can also use a double boiler or an instant pot, both methods for which I have instructions in the post. So to heat your chocolate in the microwave, start by putting all your chocolate and cream, or oil, into a silicone or glass bowl. Heat it for 1 minute on high, then stir it and put it back in for bouts of 20 seconds each, stirring each one in between. After the 4th bout, let the chocolate sit in the microwave for about 30 seconds before taking it out and stirring it again. This lets the chocolate and cream even out their temperature, melting the cocoa butter in the chocolate so that they're about 100 degrees. Heat your chocolate for about 2 more minutes in 20-second bursts till everything is melted evenly. It took us about 4 minutes total heating in the microwave for all the chocolate to finish, so this is also the fastest method of the 3. Once all your chocolate is heated, don't let it keep heating. If it gets above 110 degrees Fahrenheit or 43 degrees Celsius, it could start to warp the machine. So if your chocolate looks smooth but still has a few clumps here and there, just let it sit for another 30 seconds at room temperature, and then you can beat it until it's shiny. It's not ready until it's 100% smooth. Air bubbles are fine, but any clumps need to be beaten out. Once your chocolate is done heating, go back to your chocolate fountain base and plug it in, and then turn it on to heat mode. You'll need to wait 5 minutes before the heating element in your machine will be ready, so set a timer and prepare the treats. If this preparation takes longer than 5 minutes, that's also fine because your chocolate fountain won't overheat. When your timer goes off, your bowl should be warm to the touch but not hot. You have 2 approaches now. You can grab your melted chocolate and add it directly to the base and then let it lift from there, which will take a minute. Or you can just begin pouring it over the top like we prefer to. Just a little bit over the entire machine, and then add the rest, usually about half of it, directly into the bowl at the base. It just hastens the process. From there, the auger lifts it to the uppermost layer, and then it cascades down. Your chocolate fountain is now ready to be used. Also consider adding a little trash can nearby for toothpicks if guests don't have their own fondue forks. To troubleshoot any common issues, check out the notes section in the post. We recommend starting by dipping fruits, marshmallows, chips, and pretzels, and avoiding anything with much moisture because that can start to clog the chocolate in the machine. And once you are done with the party, you must clean your chocolate fountain right after using it, setting aside any unused chocolate for later recipes. If you used cream, you could even use this as chocolate for chocolate-covered strawberries. And if you used oil, you can use it for chocolate-covered strawberries, but it will need to set in the fridge. Well, as long as it didn't get too many crumbs in it. To clean a chocolate fountain, first turn off the machine and then scrape down the tower with the silicone spatula. Remove the auger and the tower and scrape off as much chocolate as you can into the bowl. All the fat in it is bad for pipes, so try to avoid getting much into the sink. Any leftover chocolate can be safely refrigerated for up to 2 weeks or frozen for up to 1 year. Gently wash off any chocolate from the auger and the tower with warm water. Then take the tower apart and wash every piece with soap and water. Gently wash the base with a soapy damp cloth, but don't submerge it in water. The whole process should take about 10 minutes, and then it can be all dried off and easily stored for next time.